books. Because I'm not going to read fucking 400-page English love stories this weekend. That's a lot of work. A book report on Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is a ghost story.
Duh, every ghost story is a love story.
Written by Charlotte Bronte and published in 1847. It is one of those books that starts right before the end and then has a series of what appear to be flashbacks and flash forwards, and for a while time is not really super clear. Like the whole thing is like this weird dream maybe? But I just saw this book, so what do I know? So basically, it really sucks to be Jane Eyre. Like, super hard. Like, first she is basically walking over some mountains and stuff, and boy, are her legs tired.
By legs, we mean heart.
Like, oh wait, I got lost. And also, like, mostly dead. And these people take her in, and the guy is all looking at her kind of creepy, and everyone has Wolverine sideburns. What is this, an X-Men convention? But it is not. It is a totally weird feelings convention, full of sadness. And so, like, she is okay.
Or at least alive. I mean, how okay can any of us be, really?
And we go back and forth between when she was, like, a kid and stuff. And so I guess, like all British children, her parents died when she was very young. And so she was sent to live with relatives, but the only one left is the aunt, who is not the blood relative. And the aunt obviously hates this kid because apparently all ladies hate young ladies full of life, because I guess it reminds them that they are closer to death. Probably because this book was written before feminism.
Which is a word that means girls are people too, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ, come on already, are you serious? It first appeared in Great Britain.
What's so great about it, I'd like to know.
In 1890, 43 years after Jane Eyre was published. Woo!
So we get this scene of her hiding from this guy who had a sword and was following her around in a menacing way, whispering threats. And then he totally finds her reading a book and slams her head against the wall. And she is all like bleeding from the head. And she totally freaks and hits him and then gets thrown in a room with a ghost. And it is revealed that she is like a niece who is taken in by a lady who hates her. Which is, I guess, again, like every single British girl in England for like hundreds of years. And then she gets sent to this really awful school where they hit you to make you closer to God, and where they say lots of fucked up things about stripping away girls' dignity and sense of self-worth, but that is just my interpretation of a memory of things. But so basically she had what seems to be a totally typical British upbringing. Anyway, so that is her life. Her dead parents sent her to live with her awesome uncle who promptly died, and her aunt was like, fuck this bitch out of my sight, and things really sucked, and then she got a friend, but then her friend died, and that was that. Okay, so now she is older and she got an appointment as a governess. In between this, we go back and forth to the present where she is awake and in the house of this preacher-type guy and his sisters, and there is some weird tension between the preacher and Jane Eyre / Elliot.
Wait, guys, why is her name Elliot when we totally know it's Eyre? What gives? Well, I will tell you what gives. You don't have communication. Come on. Sheesh. She's direct quote from something.
Okay, so now she is back in her memories and like a governess, and there's this weird-looking little French girl who's doing some singing and dancing, and it is totally not in key, and her mom totally told her she was real pretty, and her mom also probably would sleep with dudes, I think.
Possibly totally conjecture on my part, but I feel pretty okay saying it probably because of white male privilege.
Because this girl would entertain lots of gentlemen and sit on their laps and sing to them.
The song is in French, so I don't know what it is about probably. My mommy is pretty and you will give me presents before you try to kiss her.
Yeah, and so she is like obviously trying to dance in a way that is older, but she doesn't know that. Like she is just imitating this thing she doesn't understand, but was always rewarded for, and so therefore sort of expects it. It is difficult to explain, and I am screwing it up, so just whatever to this fucking kid. And then anyway, one day this kid is all, hey, there's a pale lady with black hair and blue eyes that wanders the halls and drinks blood. And Jane Eyre is like, oh my fucking god, I hate ghosts. Jesus, girl, fuck you. But then Jane Eyre is all, whatever, I am tough, and that's pretty much true. Also, Judi Dench.
Judi Dench is the housekeeper, and I don't recall her name. Whatever, it's Judi Dench, guys, come on.
Totally has her back. Then Judi Dench is all, yo girl, deliver these letters, and so Jane goes out walking, and a horse is all, hey, get out of the way, oh shit. And the horse is like screaming, and seriously comes out of fucking nowhere, and then this guy is on the horse, and the horse is on the ground, and the guy is very, very gruff to the nice Polish redhead playing Jane Eyre, and she is all just like, ugh, I don't know what to do, and I think he implies she is like a forest spirit, or some other type of evil mischief.
Okay, so he is all, this bitch bewitched my horse. And Judi Dench is all, what? And he is all, yeah, hey girl, were you waiting for your people on that road? And Jane is all, I have no people, sir. And he is all, I mean the imps and the elves. And she is all, hey bro, listen, your land is neither wild wild nor savage enough for all of them. People, this is how you flirt, like it is an act of aggression. Like if you back off, you're going to die because Dame Judi Dench will slit your throat out of shame.
And anyway, so that guy is her mysterious boss, Lord Rochester.
Huron referred to as Michael Fassbender.
And then they engage in some very serious and terrifying flirting where no ground is ever given, and it is like a death match of unclear emotions until the victor goes the four-poster bed with velvet curtains. And then he goes away and stuff, and sometimes comes back and stuff, and there is like a fancy lady who is not super bright and real catty.
And probably a slut.
Slut-shaming is bad, guys. Who cares what she wants to do with her body? I'm genuinely sorry for tossing that word around like sheesh, but seriously, this girl is no wonderful event or anything. She kind of sucks and is really vain and scared and cruel, and that's it for this fucking footnote. Or maybe she is bright, but not like Jane is, not in a clear-cutting, earnest way, but in some other way, some trickier way. It is like this display of people who try to say what they want, and people who follow these elaborate rules in order to try to get things, and it is weird and reminds me that I have no idea how to achieve any sort of success.
Oh, you're not going to finish that
I'm gonna not finish that sentence.
Okay. I was totally boiling water for tea at this point and would like to note that this water is taking like forever to boil, just like the romance in this book.
Jane Eyre is just like, love is a battlefield and you are an asshole.
A popular song at the time.
But she still has all these feelings and she is not happy about it, and then finally he is just like, fuck it, listen, I love you, we are getting married. Fuck everything and fuck everyone, and I'm all, finally, Jesus, what the fuck? And so then at the wedding, these guys from Jamaica show up.
Earlier, one of them was like stabbed in the back when this was almost a horror story, which I forgot about. And so this guy shows up all sweaty and not talking, and he's in Fassbender's room. And there's this gash on his back and blood on his neck, and Fassbender is all, bro, if you fucking talk to her, I will kill you and Jane. Oh my god, please don't talk to this guy or nothing. But tragedy will follow you and shit. Holy god, please, I beg you. And there's this weird sound in the wall, and it's just like, what the fuck? Also, he says the guy has to be gone by sunup, and it's just like, hey man, this is all the kinds of genres in one. Genres, thank you.
Like Genie.
And whoa, love story, ghost story, who even cares anymore? Just mainline those feelings straight into my desperate beating heart.
And so it turns out that Fassbender was married to this other lady, and he was all, oh fuck, I hate everyone and everything, fine Jane, come here. And he grabs her, and I'm all just like, ugh, Jesus, tone it down, that's coming from me of all people. And he drags everyone into his room, and then into the secret room in his room, and then there is this lady who looks totally crazy. I mean, she looks like Nell.
From the movie Nell.
But clawing all up on Fassbender's junk and screaming and splitting blood or bugs or something on Jane Eyre. And it is also like, Jesus, man, you kept her in a secret stone room of your own. And everyone wonders why she is totally bonkers be Bobcat. Oh my god, people.
Have you guys read The Yellow Wallpaper? That book is fucked up. I've read that.
So fucked up. Alright, but whatever. I don't have Wolverine's sideburns, so what do I know about jolly old England? Anyway, all of a sudden, Jane rips off her gown, and there we are, back at the beginning of this fucking book, wandering the fucking mountains, and she meets the preacher and his sisters, or maybe he's not a preacher, it's pretty vague, but I wasn't paying attention. And then she is a school teacher, and he brings her a letter, and she was all, oh my god, is it Fassbender? Is he asking for me? Fuck, I love him, and it hurts, but I love him. I just want to know if he even thinks of me, because I can fucking hear his voice in my head all the time, and it is awful and terrible, and I'm just like, god damn it, girl, I feel you on this. I am with you. And the guy is all, no, you had like an uncle who left you 200,000 pounds, so you're rich? And she is all, hey, so okay, how about you be my brother and your sisters be my sisters? And we split this like 4 ways because I have been alone forever and my life is so fucking sad. And I just want there to be people who care about me at all in the world. And he is like, that is stupid, keep the money. And she's like, oh my god, did you not hear my tale of woe? I'm going to pay you and your sisters to be my family. What is so hard about this? And he is all, well, I'll ask them. And they are all, this girl is also having get money? Bro, this is the best. Cool people hanging out and giving us money is amazing. What the fuck is wrong with you? It turns out that what the fuck is wrong with him is he is in love with Jane, and they're all walking around, and he is all, I'm going to India, and she is all, okay, cool, I'll come too. And he is all, you can only come as my wife, or else it wouldn't be proper. And she is all, that makes no sense. I can pay my way. I got cash monies, come on. What the fuck? And he is all, no, you really have to marry me, and it's all just Ugg City. And he says this line like, marry me, and eventually, over time, a little love will follow. But she's all, fuck you, a little love? A little of love? I don't want a little bit of love. I have love. I know love, motherfucker. Marriage is not for false pretenses and hostage situations. And then Fassbender is calling her name in her head, and she is just freaking, like totally fucking freaking. And just starts running, and it is like she runs all the way to his house, which I guess she already ran from in the first place earlier in the beginning of the movie. So like muscle memory and whatnot. And then she is there, and the whole huge mansion castle is burnt to the fucking ground, and Judi Dench is there, and she is all, girl! And Jane Eyre is all like, hey girl, what the fuck? And so Judi Dench says that Nell
From the movie Nell.
totally burnt the whole place down.
Oh, God. I forgot, but she totally tried to do that earlier. Jane smelled smoke and was all, oh God, the fucking fireplace ghost, you guys. But it wasn't. It just a fire. What? And Fassbender was all, oh shit, a fire. Thanks, bro. I got this. And he did, but we know now that he really did it.
And Fassbender fireman carried everyone out of the house, and he wouldn't let anyone die, and he was so sad all the time. And Jane, why did you run off like that, Judi Dench says. Judi Dench says, I have had some money put away. Judi Dench says, I would have given it to you, and I would have helped you, girl. You were so awesome. Why did you just run away? Why did you do that, girl? And Jane Eyre is all, yo, where is Fassbender? And then there is Fassbender, who has been rendered totally blind by the fire and has an awesome beard. And Jane Eyre puts her hand on his, and he keeps saying, who's there? Because his dog is barking, and he's blind. And she puts her hand there, and he fucking knows her hand. He has never forgotten this fucking hand. And he is just fucking weeping and saying her name over and over again. And it is just fuck, man. Fuck. And I am thinking, fuck you, this book, because you have me totally ready to write this guy off as this guy who just wants affection and is fucking with this girl for attention and doesn't know what he wants and is probably totally unstable. And maybe actually all that is still valid and true. But then there he is standing there weeping because all he can see anymore is how much he loves her. And maybe I am making that up, but fuck everyone. I don't fucking care. And it's also like, if people could just be honest and open about things, then there wouldn't be all this confusion. Isn't life hard enough without all that other shit? Isn't there enough drama in just trying to make it through the day? I guess in England there was not, which is weird, what with all the young women being completely unloved and stuff to horrible freaking schools, while the rich relatives spent all their money and houses burned and children were born. I guess people had to just not be able to tell the truth about their feelings in order to provide some action for stories and stuff. Anyway, it was a pretty good book. There's another because I'm an asshole.